This week, the Biden administration moved to prevent dangerous forever chemicals from being released onto the market after a less rigorous review process.
Now, the Fed's action comes as Maine's first accredited lab testing for PFAS chemicals expands to meet testing needs of customers both in and outside of the state. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee has an update from Norridgewock.
Kimberly Lindoff wanted her mother and brother's wells tested for PFAS chemicals. They live in areas with a history of spreading sludge, a contamination source at dozens of agriculture sites.
Because it's in the public water supply, which is sourced from China Lake, and then, my brother, who's in Vassaboro, I wanted to get his tested as well.
She turned to Maine Laboratories. Located in an historic farmhouse, the lab offers water test kits for 28 compounds that can be measured as low as 2 parts per trillion. Customers can order the kits, complete with instructions, online.
Draw the water on a Sunday, mail it out on a Monday. It's very, very simple.
Katie Richards and her husband, Chris, a PhD and chemistry professor, founded the company, striving to be experts in testing anything that may contain the toxic compounds.
Water, soil for homeowners, the kind of high concentration for the PFAS treatment systems. We are doing animal tissues. We're doing a lot of plant tissues right now.
The lab works with researchers at the University of Maine who test crops like corn. Studies show they take up the chemicals in the stalk and not the kernels. Lab techs test milk and eggs for the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Forestry, and the company is open to other Maine products.
We've gotten inquiries. So it's maple syrup is a question mark, honey is a question mark, and yes, we would be happy to test those samples.
Maine Laboratories was the first in the state to be accredited to test for PFAS and has since received national accreditation. Techs process about 4,000 samples annually, but the number is growing. In less than 2 years, the lab has more than doubled its staff, has a shipping and receiving area, new office space, and more equipment like these LC-MS machines, which analyze PFAS compounds.
We're measuring like a known quantity of PFAS, and that's part of our quality controls.
To keep up with customer demand, the lab hopes to add 5 more lab techs and 2 more sample prep rooms in the next year or so. The company is also working on being able to test samples from the Department of Defense Superfund sites. But it won't stray from its mission to also support homeowners. Water kits run $375. Kim says that both of her family members' drinking water was safe.
It's a load off, it's worth every penny.
For peace of mind. In Norridgewock, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.